I consider to be a very important executive order. It's about keeping families together while at the same time being sure that we have a very powerful, very strong border, and border security will be equal, if not greater, than previously. So we're going to have strong, very strong borders, but we're going to keep the families together. I didn't like the sight or the feeling of families being separated. There's a problem that's gone on for many years, as you know, for many administrations, and we're working very hard on immigration. It's been just left out in the cold. People haven't dealt with it, and we are dealing with it. So step by step.
We have breaking news here at Infowars.com reporting on the signing of an executive order by President Trump. He signed it just minutes ago. This executive order ends family separation at the U.S.-Mexico border. We're going to roll video from that signing right now and then go into discussion and take your calls on it. Let's roll that video.
Executive order I consider to be a very important executive order. It's about keeping families together while at the same time being sure that we have a very powerful, very strong border, and border security will be equal, if not greater, than previously. So we're going to have strong, very strong borders, but we're going to keep the families together. I didn't like the sight or the feeling of families being separated. There's a problem that's gone on for many years, as you know, for many administrations, and we're working very hard on immigration. It's been just left out in the cold. People haven't dealt with it, and we are dealing with it. So step by step, just like we dealt with North Korea, we dealt with Iran, we dealt with an economy that was heading in the wrong direction, we dealt with a lot of different problems. This is one that has been gone on for many decades. So we're keeping families together, and this will solve that problem. At the same time, we are keeping a very powerful border, and it continues to be a zero tolerance. We have zero tolerance for people that enter our country illegally. With that, I'd ask Mike Pence, Vice President, if he'd like to say anything.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. And, I think what the President's made clear is we believe it's a false choice between whether we are a country of law and order, a country
You're listening to the signing of the executive order that ends separation of children, family separation at the U.S.-Mexico border, just signed minutes ago. Listening to Donald Trump, President Trump, and Vice President Mike Pence speaking right now. We'll continue with us, and we'll have some commentary in a moment.
But now we'll be able, in that prosecution, in the immediate days forward, to keep families together as that goes forward. But we are calling on Congress to change the laws in this regard and in a broad range of areas that will secure our borders and give us strength and confidence that we are once again going to take the steps necessary to end the crisis of illegal immigration in America.
I think the word compassion comes into it, but it's still equally as tough, if not tougher. Secretary Nielsen.
I just thank you for your leadership, sir. We look forward and expect the House to act this week. We ask them to do their job. The laws need to be changed. This is a problem that president after president has dealt with for decades. This one is willing to stand up and fix it. We ask Congress to do their part. Thank you, sir, for your leadership.
Thank you very much. Great job.
The laws need to be changed. That's what they're saying now at the signing of this executive order ending family separation at the U.S.-Mexico border. And here today, once again, President Trump showing his brilliance by cleaning out Obama's policy trash, cleaning up the Obama trash, and starting the process here of neutralizing the Democrats' weaponizing of children against America.
Nobody's taken care of it. Nobody's had the political courage to take care of it, but we're going to take care of it. It's been going on for a long time.
Do you think you're backing down? Critics?
No, the border is just as tough, but we do want to keep families together. This is a problem. If you look at some of those horrible scenes from
very important. Let me just summarize this because he's taking questions from reporters. They're going to remain tough on the border. There's still a zero-tolerance policy for criminals. In other words, if you're a criminal with a child, you're still going to get processed as a criminal. This does not excuse criminals who try to exploit children. This executive order does end the separation of families for other non-criminal processing, including asylum. At least that's my current understanding. This was just signed minutes ago, so we're still getting information on what it contains. President Trump, in doing this, is taking away one of the most vicious weapons of the left-wing media, which you can't even call media anymore. They are, in essence, journo-terrorist organizations that are trying to overrun America with illegals at the same time that they enrage the left-wing population to become violent, deranged, frankly, lunatics calling for violence like Fonda did earlier today. Peter Fonda encouraging the targeting of children of Border Patrol and ICE agents. That's insane. So President Trump neutralizing this weaponization of children by the radical left. Once again, taking a role of leadership for America. Now, a question that I have, and then we'll go to calls. Question that I have, will a left-wing judge override this executive order in order to make sure that the crisis continues? That's my question, because, of course, you've got these radical left-wing activist judges all across America and even in Hawaii who have countermanded previous executive orders from the president in order to keep a crisis going. This crisis is traction for the left-wing media. They want screaming babies on TV. They want to bypass rationality. They want to bypass policy discussions and replace it with screaming, crying babies and Rachel Maddow crying on cue on camera. That's what they want. So the question for right now is, will a radical left-wing activist judge nullify or attempt to nullify this executive order by President Trump so that they can continue to have a crisis to scream and cry about? Because they are cry bullies after all. Now, let's go to calls because we've got a lot of people chiming in on this. Alex, you've been holding from Michigan. Alex, thank you. Welcome to the show. Let's hear your thoughts on this issue.
Thanks, Mike. What an honor to talk to you, sir.
It's great to have you on. Go ahead.
I'm all signed up at Real.video. I'm stoked for that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're launching Real.video in 2 to 3 weeks. It's the alternative to YouTube, and I'm spearheading that project. So thanks for the plug.
Yeah, what an honor. I mean, they're banning all the holistic health channels on YouTube right now because Big Pharma doesn't want that information going out. So it's critical that Real.video. I'm talking to all the holistic health channels, trying to get them all signed up. Anyway, to MS-13 and the border, I was going to say that the deep state really needs that MS-13 infrastructure to run their drug running operations for their black ops and stuff.
Good point. And assassinations of political targets, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. They want those MS-13 assassins out there ready to be on call.
Yeah, so they need this pipeline, and they know that MS-13 gang members and drug runners and child traffickers sometimes pretend to be parents. It doesn't mean that all parents are gang members, obviously, but within that set of parents, there is a subset that are gang members pretending to be parents. So what do you think is going to happen now, Alex, that this executive order has been signed?
Well, I'm hoping, the families stay together. That's a great thing. And I'm hoping that they continue to crack down on the gang members. And I'd love to see a greater wall than the Great Wall of China built on our border.
Well, I would love to see families stay together who are Americans too, right? And I'm sure you would as well. I would love to see the state stop interfering with families and parenthood in America. I would like to see the government stopping its medical kidnapping of children. And I'm going to talk about medical kidnapping in the next segment here, by the way. Anything else to add, Alex?
I think that's it. I'm not going to take up any more time than I have to. I'm just stoked for Real.video, and everybody sign up right now.
All right. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate your call. Good points. I'm going to talk about medical kidnapping when we come back because the government has kidnapped children from American parents at gunpoint for many, many years to force them to take vaccine injections and chemotherapy that damages their brains, their kidneys, their livers, their bodies. This has been going on in America, and there's not a peep about this from the left-wing media.
You know, someone very profoundly once said many years ago that if fascism ever comes to America, it'll come in the name of liberalism.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
Extendowise, the latest product from InfoWarsLife.com, fuses all the known compounds that have been proven to be good for our hearts and cardiovascular system. And listen, everybody's got a heart. Well, actually, maybe Hillary and George Soros don't, but everybody else has a heart, and this product is amazing. So, if you have a heart and you want the very best product out there that's designed to aid a healthy heart, cardiovascular system, it's Extendawise, available at InfoWarsLife.com. And like all of our products are game changers, this baby is the most souped up, awesome version the top formulators could come up with and still be affordable. It's one of the very best heart pills out there. It's Extendawise. So, get some for yourself and family and friends. It's got the very best fish oil from the fjords. It's very, very pure, very, very clean, and has the EPA type that is specifically good for the heart, cardiovascular system. It's got the properly formulated type of CoQ10 and more. It is Extendawise, now available at InfoWarsLife.com.